I'm feeling really bad today, so this will be short. Um, Yesterday I put up the chapter Type Metrics on my Patreon, and after I did my videos that day, I didn't end up falling asleep until 2:30. Then I started awake an hour later, thinking I had to have an irritable bowel syndrome attack. I didn't end up having to go, but then I couldn't fall asleep for an hour after that. And by the time I had to get up for work, I had only slept 3.5 hours. I had three really bad bowel movements, some pain on the right side of my rib and on the right side of the top of my stomach, headache several times, and I've got a headache now. Um, I don't think any of this is coronavirus. I'm not having fever or coughs. I'm thinking this is just my regular stuff that's been on again, off again over the past several years, although there was obvious risk that with that kind of sleep deprivation I would be risking picking it up, and I did leave early from work today, and um, I probably only had like 2 or 3 hours of paid time off left after taking Tuesday off to work on the book chapter. And since I'm only working 32 hours a week, 4 days, while I do this on the side, which is considered full-time for the public service loan forgiveness. My student loans will be forgiven if I work here 10 years straight, and I'm almost at 5.5, and I owe Cornell $100,000. Um, so they're accepting me as full-time, even only at 32 hours a week. However, if I drop below 30 hours a week over the time period of February through April, I lose my health insurance based on the rules for Obamacare. So I've got to make sure I don't need to take too much more time I don't have, and there are still 9 more work days for me in April, and I'm kind of freaking out about that, especially if I get the virus, although I don't think this is the virus. I think this is just my regular chronic stuff. So I'm going to try to keep this short. With the extra time today, I did download all of Keegan Tournay's races. He was my first Patreon subscriber, my Patreon, and he chose gold, so I'm going to try to go through all the gold subscribers and download all their races to calculate the fastest keys and words and the slowest for all the people who did that. I mean, two of my other Patreon subscribers are Taryn and Mako, and I already did their analysis completely through December 31st of last year, so I would just need to add whatever races they have through April, which is probably not a lot. But yeah, I am slowly plugging away at that, although Keegan, because he's done more type racer races than almost anybody, manipulating his data is frequently crashing my computer, and or not quite, but close. I've managed to get 170,000, his most recent 170,000 races copied into Microsoft Excel, but I mean, I was only able to get like 20,000 at a time, and I decided I needed to do this video instead. But probably over the next few days, I will have manipulated Keegan's data into something more usable, but I wanted to get a video up here first. And I'm going back to Scrabble, and I'm going on a Scrabble anagramming game today called Aerolith, which was created by the tournament Scrabble player Cesar del Solar, who's been in the top 25 rated players for most of the last decade. He has daily quizzes similar to what Eurocore is for typing, that where you anagram words from lengths 2 to 15 letters over a certain period of time. Well, grouped by word length. I almost never did the 9 to 15 letter words, but some people did. And then you're ranked based on how quickly you did them compared to the other competitors. I'm going to do some of this, and I'm going to try not to talk much because you can see my voice is still shot. I'm sick and I think dehydrated, but I don't think it's coronavirus. I am kind of in pain though, and I've got a headache, and I'm going to try and do this quickly. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the screen on. This is at aerolith.org. I'm going to be using the International Collins Dictionary. I'm going to start with the... Oh, no, nobody even does the two-letter words anymore. But it's a good typing test because I have all that memorized. Huh? Oh, you have to hit enter. Alright, I'm going to reload again and do this again. Well, that backfired. I forgot how this worked, that you had to hit enter. I don't think you used to. Oh well. All right, I'll do the two-letter words in the North American lexicon just to show this just the speed. Yeah, right. Nobody else is doing this in the past. A lot of people used to do them. Alright, I'll do the three-letter words in the Collins International Dictionary. Alright, almost everybody got this. I don't think I used to have them memorized a few years ago, but I don't think I do now. Oh, I don't even know who any of these people, most of these people are. I used to know them all. All right. 51 seconds left. Well, I beat some people. I did not beat everybody. Alright, I finished. Oh, okay. Errors count here too, so even though I beat a lot of people on speed, everybody else is more accurate because they have all this memorized and I forgot a few. Alright. I suppose it's fair to do it that way, so it's no longer a typing test like it used to be. Oh, yeah, right. Right. I forgot that. I know I used to know it. I did used to think Tony was one of them. Yeah, alright, I'm not even going to get this. Well, I haven't studied lots of these two, I think. I only studied the... I only studied like the four-letter words with JQXZ, I think, probably, and that was a while ago. Yeah, I'm probably finished last on that entirely. No, there were people lower, okay, and Michael Leary isn't bad. But yeah, the amount of misses was a lot because I haven't actively studied in a while. I think I'm going to go to do the North American Dictionary because I have that memorized better. Oh yeah, how fast was I? Okay, I was. Okay, this is a largely just typing speed. Because Jill Sherman's a former world champion, he was only 11, probably because he's not a very fast typist. But Evil Cactus, I know I used to play him a lot on the Internet Scrabble Club, but I forgot what his name was. Um, I remember him being better than me, though. Oh, alright. Jello Mochas, that's Alec Gilholm, anagrammed. He also has a Type Racer account. And I believe he was a finalist in the National Geography Bee as well, in addition to winning last year's national championship. So I guess Alec types really quickly, and I probably won't beat that. I'll probably be around Evil Cactus again, but I have no idea what that is. I've never seen that before. And I always forget what that is too, yeah. Alright, I've now missed enough that I won't be on that list at all. And I don't remember that either. No idea. Oh, Afro, alright. Nobody else is gonna miss that many, isn't it? Yeah. At least a few other experts are gonna miss that many. How many? Oh yeah, a lot of people beat me here since this is more about memorization than speed, but obviously Alec had both. guy is so stupid. Oh yeah, Moggy's a cat. Although it sounds like an adjective. These are all probably things I once knew. Bluette voxel pulse, that's a bad miss. Pulse is the only bad miss, though. These are sorted in alphabetical order by letter, which are called alphagrams. Oh yeah, punch. So many bad guesses there. I've never really studied these. going to be really bad. There are a lot of players, I'm sure, who are lower rated than I am who did better than me on that. Although I don't know who most of these people are. I used to know all of them. It's probably always better on strategy than word knowledge, though. see some bad misses here. Schools and baloney. And bodies, but acetals and iteming, actually not many that I would have expected to get after not having studied in years. I'll do the 8-letter words and then I'm going to bed, probably. And uploading the video from last night that I put on Patreon, but not elsewhere. we should know that one. I'm sure there's going to be. Yeah, there are people I compete with who do much better at this, so I must be better than some of them at strategy. Um, I done naity. I was hopping around at Bologna as I thought and thinking of guessing it. Umbering into Curion. Maybe I should have gotten Zardoms. I definitely should have gotten. Traders is actually hard to see. Alright, not too bad for not having studied in a while. And I was weak too, so I'm going to get off now, but I want to make sure to, if you wanted to do this yourself, it's aerolith.org, like Aerosmith, but with an L instead of the SM. And it is a Scrabble word itself. And yeah, I've got to thank my Patreon subscribers. First off goes to my gold tier subscribers: Linsk, Alan McCreary, aka Mako, Jesh Poon, Taryn, Tim Jeffrey, and Keegan, and also to my silver subscribers Parker Martin, and Fida, and Vishal Shenoy. And that'll do it for tonight.